Funny seeing you guys there. Yeah, we started it that way. So, as usual, don't know what to do with my hands. Don't know what to do as an intro. Still a truck there. Still a motor there. But look, can you see what I see? I don't think the garage has ever really been this clean, per se. So, off camera, the last 2 days, I have just been making a little fab corner, getting everything cleaned out. Moved a bunch of stuff here, took the fridge from over there, put it in the basement. Yeah, trying to make it so I can get better quality and better content for you guys. It's partially a lie, because I just wanted it to be clean so I could work and have a lot better of a space to work on. But we're going to start today off with thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. And check it out. We broke 500 mark. It's nothing big, you know, it's nothing huge. Not, you know, oh my god, I'm so famous now, 500. I just want to say thank you. That's awesome. People are, you know, noticing. We're doing stuff and it's starting to take off. That's all we could ask for. So if you want to take a moment, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that button. Tell a friend, share a video. We'll do a burnout for you. If you comment and say you shared it, I'll do a burnout for you, I promise. But we got boxes. That's a good sign, right? I mean, it's an average Joe daily occurrence is boxes. And then over the past few days, after cleaning out here too, we found lots of parts. Just every time I clean this thing out, I have to make it dirty again because I gotta fill it back up with parts. So that's today's gist. Is we're gonna go ahead and check out the progress that I did over the past few days here. And then we're going to go ahead and start putting this thing together. It's final assembly time, boys. We're going racing. We're going racing soon, and I want to be track mounted in like a month. I want this thing to run in like a week, 2 weeks. So all hands on deck. Let's just start cutting, let's start welding, and let's start getting this thing to be an actual truck. Knocking out the last little things. We know we have to do. This new light I put is super bright. We know we need pull this blanket off and throw it down there. We need oil lines. We need drains. I need to make an exhaust. O2 sensor on this side for the Holly. Plug in the injector still. Finish the fuel lines. Finish the coolant. Mount the radiator, which means making a new upper core support and then some tabs or something. So we have our work cut out for us. Still have to throw gaskets back there, still have to snug this up, and then obviously wire the entire truck. So that's not all gonna happen in one video, that's for certain. I say today we focus on, I want to get the rear window mounted and sealed into place with this little aluminum tabs you saw that I made, or little filler plates. That way the cab is sealed, and then I can actually focus on wiring it, not worrying about elements getting inside of the truck and messing with anything gross. So rear window, start wiring. I don't know. So diving into it, let's just jump right in. Let's get these boxes open, find out what we got to add on to the other boxes, and then we're gonna go ahead and just start knocking it out. Possibly make a list, because that's always a better thing to do. First things first, it's boxing time. Boxing time. Box opening time. Evil Energy. So this is gonna be fittings of some sort, I'm guessing. I might as well just be sponsored by Evil Energy at this point. I'd much rather have shitbox supply, but it's not in the budget sometimes. Let's see what this is. Okay, so this is gonna be -6 English -6 line and fitting kit. This is gonna be transmission cooler. Trans. $8. Don't put the knife away this time. Okay. Grommets. 80 amp Stinger relay. This is gonna be for the main wiring. A 60-80 amp 5-pin relay. Aha. And a chunk of wiring so we can start actually running switch panel stuff. So, looks like wiring will be on the agenda. Pull that stuff out of the way, and we go for box 3. Oh, this is a heavier one. I'm not quite sure what it is either, because I have so much stuff pending always. Now, put the knife away. Aha. Battery cable. Welding cable, but it's cheaper if you buy welding cable and use it for your battery relocation. We can now run the battery. Hardware for the rear window. Oh! Holley. See if it's gonna focus. Fuel pressure transducer, so we can actually have fuel pressure on the gauge. On the Terminator display. Thank you, Stop Shop. 3/16 brake line and fittings. We can now run the brake lines, get the strange and manual brake conversion completed, but the main thing that's gonna allow me to do is something that I haven't really talked about yet, but we did go ahead and snag a line lock. I've already had a button for a while and some brackets, so we'll go ahead and throw a line lock on this guy. One of the things that I was fighting with the Envoy last time is I do believe I had too much rear brakes, and it made brake stands a pain in the butt. Not gonna lie, it made staging great because it acted like a trans brake and it would just hold everything and load it all up, but that's not what I'm going for this time. And before I ruin a perfectly good Booty Hustlers hoodie, let's go ahead and get ready for work. Hey, look, already pre-dirty and covered in 5 healers worth of dog hair. That's check for us, so let's get to it. don't know about you guys, but this, too nice. Too nice. Is there even a window there? My sill plates look slightly, actually that one came out great. That one looks kicked the wrong way. But when I stand behind the truck, I'm not mad. I'm gonna clean the Sharpie off. Ooh, won't be able to get, rookie move. I can loosen the bolts if I had to. So worst case, I can loosen the bolts and clean that up with some Sharpie. But there's one thing that is most important on a new fancy clean build like this. One thing that matters more than anything else. And this is that. Let's get you guys set up. Let's get you guys kicked up a little bit like that right there. The most important part, to me at least, when you have a new build, you get one chance at having a nice clean sticker layout. And before anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna send this guy. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I'm stoked on that. Rapid motion always, because they're the best. So I may go through and add a little bit. I may one in between there. I gotta snug everything down obviously a little bit more, but I'm so excited about this. I'm trying not to hit my head. Climb out of here. That is the back window. So we sit in the driver's seat, see how this feels. And looking forward, thinking we do the radiator next. But oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's dark in here and I can barely see myself, but this was the move. I have a window. Oh, I'm stoked. I definitely have to screw it down and get the hardware all flat, but I have a window. This is so exciting. So now all of this can become a thing. All of this, everything is a thing. I'm just rambling. So while I stand here and poke around at some wiring orientation, trying to figure out how I'm gonna map out this fuse box, fuse relay board, whatever that I'm making, I'm also letting the heater warm me up, because even though it's, you know, not raining and it's not quite dark and crappy out, it's still cold. But so have to get the window in. What are we gonna do with the radiator? We saw in that clip in the beginning, I ended up chopping, pull that up, the stock core support out. It wasn't gonna get used. There was no bits left for the, you know, the hood prop, or not the prop, the latch or anything like that. I am trying to keep the stock hood prop because I think that's gonna be a great idea. I never have hood props on anything I own, and that's annoying to have a stick always. This is great. Stopped right there. It's actually more or less where it was straight and I can plate this in. But before I plate it in, I'm gonna pull the radiator back out, pull this out, chop this. This box was just kind of mocked up, so we'll probably move the box and see if I can get these jack stands under the radiator, because they're lower, and if not, I have my small ones in the back. I just need to get the radiator down a touch, and then what I'm thinking is a sort of plate, and then, I don't know, like a tube or something across the front. Obviously we have stockpile of stuff, and that might work. I have angle. I don't know if I want to do angle. I can always just weld tabs under the bar. And that's actually long enough. So we'll just slip it inside and just weld it inside and then plate around it. I don't know. We'll get the radiator mocked up into a good spot, and then we'll start figuring out some ideas, because basically it's just make sure we get to keep some clearance here, keep some clearance here. And then obviously there needs to be a fan in this area at some point. And I don't want that touching. But yeah, if this could go down, I'd say, you know, if I can get a cap below the top of this surface, then I know that the hood will clear. Because I'm still in that I want a stock hood idea. I don't want a cowl hood or anything. I want it to look stock even though there's going to be a 3-inch hole on each side of the fender. But let's go ahead and start GoProing some stuff together. Have some fun, right? See that part right there? Something I'll never get used to seeing is average Joe builds. But this box, basically waiting for the camera to focus, but that box is something to be stoked about. But here it is. We got a quickie little bar thrown in. You know, nothing too fancy. Oop. Oh, I missed some of the. Get the paint on that, but nothing too fancy. You know, about that. Let's see. Got that all welded out. Everything's good. I did throw some paint on it that I will go and, you know, just grind off where I need to do some tabs. But I'm too excited. Let's flip this up so I can see. You guys dropping stuff. I got the radiator and the intercooler in here. So we can go ahead and do some welding later, but before anything, here, I want to open this. I want to do it carefully. So we're gonna, you know what? Let's take my wiring mess. I'm excited for this. I know. We're in the middle of working. We stopped. Why are we worrying about more boxes? Hopefully that wasn't a shipping label or anything. So, one thing I think I'm the most stoked about is this. Okay, this is instructions. I'll read the instructions later. Read the instructions later. Don't worry about those. Okay. I will be very much sharing. Thank you guys. D-Max swap should give you guys an indication of boys and girls. A full LB7 standalone that is all here. I'm just gonna bring you guys over so I don't have to pull this out. So with a Duramax swap, a lot of people would go through, they would pull the stock harness and everything out of that. They would go through and then send it to one of these companies. You're a fool if you don't use Duramax swap or D-Max swap. I use them because they were the best that I could find. Basically they would do what I do with an LS harness. They would pull your ECM or PCM plugs out. You know, they'd find all your powers. They would pull your engine harness. That's literally I have stacks of those harnesses. I have boxes of those PCMs. So clearly we know, you know, what that's like with an LS. Looking at the Duramax stuff, I didn't want to do that. And my wiring was a little bit roached, a little bit toasty. So I opted for a brand new, why do I want to be in the clip? Shut up, Joe. For a brand new harness. Completely brand new. Oh wow. If I want cruise control, everything, oil pressure, speed. Oh dude, this is so cool. This is amazing. It's all new plugs, all new wires, all loomed. And what's funny is I was actually going to go through a different company and I was going to pay them $179 less just to not loom it. Which I was like, yeah, I'll save myself some money, zip tied together, and I'll throw some loom on it myself. But I'm not even mad about this. Split braided will be fine with me. Oh, I can't get over this thing. I am so excited. But that tells you it's one of two of the large puzzle pieces for this old boy to end up in that old girl out there. I'm so excited. I just want to start piecing this together, and but I gotta calm down, chill out. And I just need to go back to working on the S10. So we got that bar in, we got that piece in. This is all good. I marked this for some tabs, which I'm still in the process of cleaning up the fab corner, but I got a bunch of random aluminum pieces just kicking around, so I can cut some tabs out. I'll probably weld the tabs and figure those out off camera tonight. But what I'm thinking is this still flexes a little bit, so I want to do something that takes up the slack from there to there, and then possibly start grabbing all this wiring stuff and mapping it all out, because we have off camera, did a little googling. Looks like an HRA rule is about 6 inches off the firewall for fuel pressure regulators. My buddy said about 12 inches, so I'm gonna go roughly in between there. I can just throw a little bit more carbon fiber vinyl wrap over those two holes, because I gotta seal all this stuff up anyways if deciding on what I'm doing with the heater. But 12 inches, I think, roughly. I mean, what's left of a 12-inch ruler? I should have plenty of space. It's securely mounted. I mean, this, let's see, I'm trying to film this clip actually decent for once. So this gate here is going to come up and merge into the exhaust when the exhaust actually, let's see, gets all figured out and ran. See, so I'm going to go somewhere up like this. So I'm gonna stick that guy in there. Obviously the gate will come over. Should be able to keep all this stuff nice and tucked down and away. That one returns there. I just had mocking this up. The 90 obviously is what I would use. I have to make this return still, but it would come down like that and then go down, tuck under, all the way back to the fuel tank. So that's good there. I like it. I mean, I'll swap my vacuum line to go there. I got everything plugged in, didn't have to cut that. Pretty stoked on that. So what I'm thinking now is I'm gonna go ahead and throw the radiator and the intercooler back in, make some tabs up for them, get those welded out. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and start mocking up the last, I have everything, so I wanna mock it all up, fuel system wise. Ooh, got that a little dusty. But that way I know where everything goes, get it all ran, roughed out, and then start cutting all these lines and stuff like that. It's just gonna be cutting lines, fitting, line fitting, line fitting, line fitting. I'm gonna go ahead and explain the fuel system real quick, and then I'll just do it tonight off camera. It's nothing fancy. It's 2 AEM 400s. One is gonna be the main pump that's running. The Holly is going to trigger the second one. In the return, we are going to run a we're running an ethanol sensor. We'll mount that. We could actually mount that under there, somewhere over there. We could have that there. I could actually just mount that straight down like that or something. Dude, I might just go straight like that, and then I don't know. figure that out when I run the return. If anything, it can go under the actual truck and I can just wire it in. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that in here. But yeah, once I have the fuel system done, I can go ahead and wire the truck. Once the truck is wired, it runs. That's it. I have all the battery cable. I have batteries, multiples to choose from. So tonight I'm gonna go ahead and get this fuse block mapped out, this part of the fuse relay setup situation done. And I am just beat and exhausted, so we're gonna go ahead and call it there. I don't want to fill this video up with a bunch of jumbled work, back and forth stuff anyways. I'm so excited about the Duramax swap. I just keep checking out the harness and just, I don't know, going over to the truck, and I can't wait to get this thing out of here, which I'm hoping tonight or tomorrow it is gone, but then we can actually worry about the K30, but after we finish the S10. Say it with me, after we finish the S10. After we finish the S10. But treating wifey's stuff nice, cleaning it up, threw the hood on. That's at full height. I should show you guys what it's like bagged out, but she wants me to clean under it, then I can bag it out. So with that, we're gonna let you guys go. We're gonna just, okay, a little bit of stuff. A little bit of stuff each day goes a long way, right? Not trying to do nothing too crazy. I said I wanted to get this done in like a month, and it's been a little longer than that, like twice as long, but it's okay. I would rather have quality instead of a rushed out project where I have to go back and fix things 50 times. I'm getting sick and tired of that after all these years. So with that, like, comment, subscribe, let your friends know. We're out of here. Average Joe Builds out.